What's up guys, before we get into today's video, check out my little Christmas promo with Huawei App Gallery and Lords Mobile. Check out this awesome saving running up until the 31st of December, specifically for the viewers of my channel. That's right guys, we've got worthy coupons, check it out. Your territory needs to be Italy, Netherlands or Greece set on your Huawei App Gallery, and you hit the link in the description below and you'll get access to the worthy vouchers, saving you an absolute ton of cash on your Lords Mobile packs this holiday season. Don't pay full price for your packs guys, save money with Huawei App Gallery. Now let's get into today's video. What's going on guys, it's your boy Worthy Prince coming at you with another Lords Mobile video, and today guys we're going to be taking a look at the stats that you get with Emperor gear now and after the incoming update that's on its way. Now, not just that, we're also going to be taking a look at what looks like the potential new piece of Emperor gear that's coming to Lords Mobile called the Emperor's Signet, which is the accessory. I'm sure many of you know now that if you see an Emperor account that's kind of maxed, it's got the 5-piece amp. 5-piece amp is kind of known as being the maxed account, but with no accessories, you kind of wonder, we all kind of wondered, was the Emperor accessory something that was going to hit Lords Mobile at some point? And obviously it's been years with no accessories, but now we have a picture and potentially some stats. Now, as with any of this, it's not 100% confirmed, of course, because until it's in the game, it's not confirmed, but we do have an image and we do have some stats. Now, this was something we did have a look at briefly in yesterday's stream, so if you haven't checked that out, you can go and check that out. It's on the channel right now with my initial reaction to looking at the new update sitting on the Taiwan server. Currently, as of recording of this video, it's not on the main server yet, and to be perfectly honest, I wish it would stay away from the main server, because ultimately it looks like a very expensive update on the way from IGG, which is lovely, especially on top of Christmas, right? As of right now though, not on the main server. But what we're going to do today is just take a look at the Emperor gear as a whole, the full set. We're going to look at the stats you get at Mythic and Legendary grade, and then you're also going to see the stats of what to expect from Emperor gear once it's gone through the update and been forged up with these new level 12 Asteria crystal, whatever you want to call it, upgrade that's coming. It's an absolute nightmare, but we've got to get into it and we've got to check it out. Let's have a look. So what I've got here is a little like chart, so to speak. So you can see I'm bringing it up now, and we're going to start off with what really you're clicking for, I would imagine, which will be to do with this new accessory that looks like it may be coming to Lords Mobile. Again, this is information that I believe has been data mined, so you know it's always subject to change. The artwork is subject to change. I mean, it's subject to disappearing completely, to be honest, but for the most part, whether it's happened within a few weeks or months or even a year, the stuff that we've managed to data mine from the game itself has actually turned out to be real. The biggest example of that will be the Serpent gear that recently just dropped. If you look on my channel, you'll see about a year ago, maybe a bit more, I posted a video showing the monster, the weapon banner in the workshop, saying, guys, I think Serpent gear is coming. Well, it didn't happen straight away. A year later, it actually came out. So there's a good chance this is real, but who knows, right? You just don't know. This is the accessory, the new accessory, and I know the picture's not exactly super clear on here, but you can get a rough idea of what that looks like. It's a ring. It's definitely a ring, which kind of makes sense because Lords Mobile seems to be really into the rings at the moment. You know, it's the new Lords event that's going on right now where you can win one of those model rings. Seems like it makes sense that they would put a ring as the accessory for the Emperors, right? Now, I don't have legendary stats on this, but you can see on the Mythic side of things, 42% army attack, which is astronomical. That's a very high amount of army attack, even at Mythic grade. Army defense, 28%. We've got army HP at 28%, and then it's got the 7% army defense debuff. Now, You're probably wondering what those stats are next to it. Well, that's actually the boost with the new update that's on its way to Lords Mobile very, very soon, which is this new kind of forging update where it's kind of like a cross between Star Scrolls and what Embers were kind of put together, costing us a fortune. We're not looking forward to it, but let's just check it out. So this is what we're looking at as far as stats go, with the army attack going up to 60%, which is a huge jump per accessory. So we're talking 180% army attack just off those 3 accessories. That's not even including the rest of this Emperor gear we're going to take a look at in this video. Absolutely insane attack stats. Fighting an Emperor that has all 3 of these accessories maxed out, all to level 12 with jewels on a fort, is literally going to be like throwing a water balloon at a brick wall. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. I mean, God help anyone that takes a hit off one of these guys when they've got this stuff maxed out. But that's what the new accessory, as far as I'm concerned, is looking at. And again, subject to change. You never know. But this is what the initial thing we have to look at here. The Sovereign Signet. All right. So let's take a look at some of the other Emperor pieces. Now, some of you guys might not even know what stats Emperor pieces come with. So this is quite an interesting thing to do today, and just check out these stats. We can move across here and we can go to the legs. The legs are actually quite formidable, especially when it comes to the update too. You can see the difference between Legendary and Mythic is, you know, it's about that 40% mark, right? So which is what the kind of increase was from Legendary to Mythic. It was about 40% across the board. But you're looking here from Mythic to, I don't even know what you would call it, Mythic plus 12? I don't know, but it's definitely more than 40%. It's like 60%. It's a huge jump from 56% up to 80% army attack. Oh my goodness. Crazy, crazy jumps. Even at Legendary, these are really, really good boots. I mean, when you get to the top end levels here, it's absolutely crazy. Enemy army max HP debuff of 10%. And then you've got the 50% army HP as well on these. I mean, these are absolute boss, these stately tassets. And of course, these are in the game right now, running at Mythic grade. It's just obviously with these extra levels, it's going to be really, really potentially really, really crazy stuff. They definitely have to have the ability to level these things up to level 12 on the new Asteria forging thing, because at Mythic grade, the old stuff would outdo the champion stuff would outdo the Emperor stuff. So no doubt there's going to be the upgrades available as well for the Emperor stuff. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. But based on the increases we've seen on the rest of the gears across all the others, this would be the kind of jump you would expect. So that's the legs, and then we can move over and we can check out the helmet. Again, the helmet is looking rather tasty, to be honest with you. I mean, it's looking tasty. 80% at max with the level 12 Asteria boost. And you can see at Mythic grade, this was still a really good piece. 56% army attack, 56% army max HP, 7% army defense debuff. This was and still is a really good piece of gear, but now it's even better. Look at that, 80% army max HP on this helmet. The amount of HP you get from this, plus remember champion jewels, my goodness, the HP's through the roof. That's the noble helm, and that's what it was, a Legendary Mythic, in case you didn't know. And then there's the new update boost on the right hand side. We can scroll down a little bit here and check out the Imperial Bulwark. Now this is the current offhand that's in the game right now, and actually I think one of the more nicer looking pieces of Emperor gear, to be honest. I think it looks pretty dope, the offhand. And at Mythic grade, you can see why it's really good. A lot of people like this because it's got like almost 50% army attack and almost 50% army HP. So this is a solid piece of gear. It's got the army defense debuff as well, but then look at what it jumps to. Jumps up by 11% on the army attack. Wow. And then another 18% on the army HP. I mean, wow. Crazy, crazy jumps. So that's 49 up to 70. Wow. Whew. I mean, the total amount of so someone in the comments can do it. Someone in the comments can go ahead and add up all of the army attack and all of the army HP you're gonna get at max level on this thing and work it out. But you can work it out for yourselves, but it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be a crazy amount. And then we can move over and take a look at the Kingslayer. Now this, I have to say, is probably my favorite piece out of all of it. I mean, just look at the jumps. 45% army attack at legendary grade, 63% at mythic, and then you jump into the new boost, 90% this is going to jump up to 90. Makes me wonder, because maybe each individual piece levels up to a higher amount, or has its set amount at level 12. I don't know exactly. Again, we don't know until this is in game, and again, subject to change, not guaranteed stats. This is just what's been posted around at the moment. It's basically information that's been data mined from the game, so we don't know 100% if this is how it's going to stick, but these things have been pretty accurate in the past. So anywho, army attack 90% at max with this new update coming, 50% army defense, a 30% HP boost, and then 10% max HP debuff. The Kingslayer is where it's at. Not only is this also one of the nicer looking pieces of Emperor gear, that main hand, but the stats, once you put your jewels onto this, is going to be through the roof. That is an absolutely insane main hand. It truly is. And then we can take a look at the last piece, which is going to be the chest piece, right? Yeah, the regal robes. Down here in the bottom left, the armor. Again, quality piece of gear. And something else I want to mention here as well is just take a look at the reduced upkeep. This is a big thing, because at mythic grade, even emperors still had to spend 11,000 gems a week to enable them to not eat food, because you couldn't just use the 25%, because 72.8 plus 25 is still short of 100. You're still going to eat food. You had to still spend 11,000 gems a week for the 50% upkeep boost to enable you to get over 100% to be able to store your food without eating it. As you can see, once you get to level 12 on this bad boy, the reduced upkeep is 100%. And it's not just the Emperor chest piece that does this. It's actually going to be the same for the champion pieces, chest pieces as well, which is quite significant. It means we don't have to spend 11k gems a week. Over the course of a year, that's around about 500,000 gems that we're going to save ourselves yearly by not having to do it. So that's pretty good, but doesn't outweigh the initial the cost of that. The cost is phenomenal. The chest piece is one of the most expensive pieces to upgrade. I'm going to show you a very quick clip in a second of another screenshot that we explored yesterday showing that, but you can see the chest piece there. These are your legendary and mythic stats if you ever wondered what kind of stats Emperor gear has. And then you've got your 70% army attack, 100% army defense, 50% army max HP, a 10% army max HP debuff, and of course you can hold your food. But again, the regal robes absolutely kicking butt. I tell you guys, whoever's got a full set of this is going to be literally in charge of the forts. I mean, especially if this accessory comes out as well, because that is just phenomenal. 42% or army attack right now, and it jumps up to 60. I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy, right? Because think about it just for one moment. A champion faith, for example, and we can take a look at a champion faith very quickly, actually. A champion faith, if we look here, is 21% infantry attack, 21% cav attack, 14% army attack. You add that 14% onto the 21, you're looking at 35. 35 imp, 35 cav, 14 range. Yeah. I mean, even at mythic grade, the sovereign signet destroys the champion faith with 42%. Take that up to 60. Wow. You see one of these full mythic champ guys coming at you with 3 rings? Do what I'm gonna do, guys. Run. Now, before we finish this, guys, I just want to show you very quickly the champion chess piece. Just standard champion chess piece. So let's jump to that right now. Okay, so this was a screenshot again we shared last night on the stream. Again, you can check the stream out if you want to see my first impressions. But this champion chess piece here shows, and it's in Chinese or Japanese, I can't quite read it, but you can see down at the bottom here, it says 72.8%. That's the upkeep, okay? And then you can see at level 12, it is going to go to 104%, which does mean, again, with the normal champion chess piece, you are going to go fully food positive without having to use any items to hold your food. But guys, just look at the cost of this just for one moment. And again, we covered this last night, but just recapping. And again, we're going to recap again once this update drops, but just look at the cost of this just for a moment. You can see on the left hand side it says 0 to 1, so this is going to level 1. All right, and on the right hand side you can see 0 out of 28. That means you're going to need 28 of those blue Asteria crystals just to go up to level 1. Holy shit. Yeah, like, it's going to be expensive. And I mean, like, it's not going to be 28, I don't think, for every level. There's no way they're going to keep it at 28 per level. I reckon that's going to go up for every level up you go. If it doesn't, then great, but I don't think it will. And if it's going to cost, what, $20 for 6 of those crystals, it's going to cost you $100 just to get to level 1. God knows what it's going to do to get to level 12, and that's just one piece of gear. You've got like 7 other pieces. I'm hearing rumors that it's not 28 for the accessory level 1, it's actually 40, but that's not been confirmed. That's just what a couple of people have said. It's going to be 40 for level 1 on the accessories. I put the stream up last night and I called it IGG stole Christmas. They stole Christmas and New Year and practically all of 2022 with this update, because this is hella expensive. So yeah, I mean, look, chip away at it, do it at whatever pace you can do it at. Prioritize the things you feel are deserve more priority. For me, it's going to be this chess piece. It looks like it's one of the more expensive pieces, but I think holding food is definitely a big one for me at 104%, and the stats are phenomenal as well. So I think I'm just going to be chipping away at my chess piece to start with, but holy moly, this thing definitely has caused a stir in the Lords Mobile community. And when I saw it yesterday, I couldn't believe my eyes, and I still can't believe my eyes at how costly this one is. But I honestly thought they would have had enough with that massive research they dropped, but clearly the boss at IGG wants to take a nice big vacation next year, because my goodness, they've dropped a big one here. But anyway, guys, look, I hope you enjoyed the video and found all the stats on Emperor Gear informative. And you know, even if you might not have known what Emperor Gear looks like as far as stats go, well, now you do, and it gives you a rough idea, I think, of what the max stats are going to look like when that gets to level 12. I think I'm going to hold off now putting up more information about this until we kind of get it actually on the game, and then we'll stream it and buy some packs, see if we can level up some gear, etc., and get a proper good look at it. But overall, it looks really scary. Is it game breaking? I don't know as much, because not everyone's going to be able to do this, because this is going to be quite costly. Not everyone's going to be able to max this out day one. There will be the few people that do, no doubt. But I don't think it's going to be something that everyone's going to max out in one go. And I think for a lot of people that are running traps and stuff, that are panicking, saying, "Oh no, I'm going to be destroyed." I mean, I wouldn't worry too much. Because think about it, especially on a blast, for example, yeah, you're going to get a lot more stats coming at you. They're going to hit you a lot harder. So what do? You need to increase your troop count. Increase your troop count, make them have to deal with more troops. And of course, always be working on your gear, your heroes, your jewels. And if you're really like pay to play rally trap, then even you yourself can go ahead and boost up some of your gear with this update and give yourself some more stats. So is this the end of trapping? Absolutely not. People just have to adapt, as we've done with all the previous updates. I mean, come on guys, look at the familiars. When the familiar update come out, hitting at 600%, bang, everyone thought the game was over for trapping. In fact, it got even more exciting. So I wouldn't worry too much about it being game breaking. Is it expensive though for the big rally leads that want to compete against each other at the main events? Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to feel this. I feel it in my bones. I need to go and feel myself after making this video, I think. Holy crap. Anyway, that's going to be the end of it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out the link in the description below, guys, because you can check out the worthy coupons. They're specifically for you, okay? So you can click that and you can go and take advantage of it. I think there's one coupon in that that's like 20 euros off of a 100 euro pack, which is pretty good stuff, especially if you're buying Rising Champ and stuff like that, to get a real good discount. And with all these new updates coming out, you're going to definitely want as much savings as possible. So check out the link in the description below for the worthy coupons. Just make sure your app gallery region is set to Italy, Switzerland, or Greece. Sorry, Italy, Netherlands, or Greece. I do apologize. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the video for today. I'll catch you in the next one. But until then, stay safe, everyone. And of course, peace out.